Hello sociologists, welcome back to my channel. I have brought a new video in objective series. Let's begin with question number 116. Question number 116, Jat Path Todak Mandal was established by Ambedkar, Nehru, Phule, Gandhi. You all know that correct answer is Ambedkar. It's B.R. Ambedkar who established Jat Path Todak Mandal. Nehru, he was socialist. He has nothing to do with such things. Phule coined the term Dalit, which was later popularized by Panther movements, right? And can you tell me which is the famous book of Phule? Ghulamgiri. All right, now come to the M.K. Gandhi. He coined the term Harijan. Harijan for untouchable, but this word Harijan has been banned by court. Alright, so now come to the next question. Which of the following terminology is not preliminarily used by Ralph Dahrendorf? Degeneration of labor, degeneration of capital, iron cage of modernity, and institutionalization of conflict. So Ralph Dahrendorf said that prediction of Marx regarding class polarization and revolution is not appearing to be true. Rather than Marx's homogenization of labor, he said that there is degeneration of labor. About capital, he said that capital is also degenerating. Why? Because large corporations are being listed in stock market and anyone can purchase the stock. He also iron cage of modernity. No, it was talked by Weber. Institutionalization of conflict, yes, it was talked by Ralph Dahrendorf. And can anyone tell what is the name of the book by Ralph Dahrendorf in which he talked about degeneration of labor, degeneration of capital, and institutionalization of conflict? The book name is Class and Class Conflict in Industrial Society. So you can note down the book. Come to the next question. Oh, the book Class and Class Conflict in Industrial Society is written by, I just told you, it is none other than Dahrendorf. Lévi-Strauss wrote Some Function of Conflict. Randall Collins talked about IRC, that is Interaction Ritual Chain. So come to the next question. Who argued that crime is a normal behavior? E.H. Sutherland, Sicorel, Durkheim, E.H. Carr. The correct answer is Emile Durkheim. Emile Durkheim said that little bit of crime in every society is present. So crime can be considered normal. Why? Because it is functional. How it is functional? Crime reinforce norms, reinforce sanction. It brings about collective conscience when people discuss about crime. Alright, so crime is functional according to Emile Durkheim, and little bit of crime is present in every society. Looking into other option, E.H. Sutherland has talked about white collar crime. Aaron Sicorel talked about juvenile justice. E.H. Carr has talked about, his famous book is What is History? So coming to the next question. In Durkheimian terminology, moral density means population, interaction, organic solidarity, mechanical solidarity. We all know that Emile Durkheim talked about moral density and material density. Moral density is nothing but interaction within population, while material density is increase in population, sheer number of increase in population. And interestingly, you know, moral and material density collectively has been called by George Richter what? Dynamic density. Understand? So moral density means increase in interaction, while population is material density. Coming to the next question. Durkheim elementary form of religious life is based on primary data, secondary data, quantitative data, all of the above. No, because it is based on Secondary data. Why? In elementary form of religious life, Emile Durkheim studied Arunta tribe of Australia through concepts like totemism, sacred and profane. But Emile Durkheim never visited Australia. Rather than he used work done by anthropologists. So it is essentially secondary data. Secondary data is when we use data generated by somebody else. But when a researcher himself generates a data, that is called primary data. It was essentially qualitative in nature, not quantitative. So 3 is wrong. All of the above is wrong. So elementary form of religious life is based on secondary data. Now coming to next question. The term post-industrial society is coined by Daniel Bell, George Ridger, Alan Turing, Manuel Castells. The correct answer is it was Alan Turing, but popularized by Daniel Bell. George Ridger has not done such things. Manuel Castells talked about networked society. Coming to the next question. Which of the following sentence is incorrect about post-industrial society? So, primacy to science-based industry. Yes, it is correct. Shift from manufacturing to services. Yes, it is correct. Emergence of knowledge economy and information society. Yes. Stratification system and nature of elite very similar to industrial society. No. In this post-industrial society, elites are of technical in nature. For example, Elon Musk, his understanding is very technical in nature. That's why he is able to build wonderful cars and send rockets into space. So in post-industrial society, a very new type of stratification and new types of elite emerge. So this one is, say, correct answer. Stratification system, nature of elite are not similar. Alright. So now come to next question. Ontological security in sociology is conceptualized by Giddens, Merton, Daniel Bell, Goffman. The correct answer is Anthony Giddens. Can you tell me the two terminology that is associated with Anthony Giddens and we should know that? Yes, structuration, and another one is, tell me, hermeneutics, double hermeneutics. Yes, that is correct. Now Merton, you know detail about Merton. Daniel Bell, well, he conceptualized post-industrial society. Irving Goffman talked about, say, stigma, dramaturgy, and say total institutions. Alright, so come to the next question. Who talked about social division of labor as root cause of social progress? Spencer, Durkheim, Marx, Weber. It's a very simple question. Think properly and you can answer it. And guys, please like, subscribe and recommend my channel to your friend sociologist. So correct answer is none other than Emile Durkheim, because it is Emile Durkheim who talked the social division of labor as the root cause of social progress. Right? Spencer did not talk about such division of labor. Karl Marx talked division of labor in terms of class exploitation. See, division of labor is a very interesting concept. Division of labor has been interpreted differently by different, say, economists, sociologists, philosophers. For example, for Adam Smith, division of labor was essentially linked to efficiency, while Emile Durkheim, division of labor is essentially linked to integration, cohesion, solidarity, organic solidarity, mechanical solidarity. Depend on division of labor, whether it is based on similarity or whether it is based on difference, but interdependence. Likewise, for Karl Marx, division of labor is a very different thing. Karl Marx believed that division of labor is essentially exploitative in nature. For example, in capitalism, those who owns means of production or bourgeoisie, they force proletariat to sell their wage, right? So it's exploitative. So division of labor, if you talk about feminists, they talk gender-based division of labor, right? Women work mostly where? Say, emotional work in household or domestic chore where her work is not even considered as worth of some economic value by most of economists. Understand? So, Karl Marx what called women? Reserve army of labor. Understand? Now coming to the next question. Who countered Marx's monocausal determinism by probabilistic or multi-causal approach? Antonio Gramsci, Max Weber, Friedrich Hegel, Ralph Dahrendorf. The correct answer is Marx's monocausal determinism based on economic infrastructure or material base was countered by Max Weber, and he gave probabilistic or multi-causal approach. Antonio Gramsci is essentially a cultural Marxist. He talked about cultural hegemony. He also talked about civil society. Hegel did not talk. I mean, how Hegel can counter even Marx? Because Hegel predate Marx, right? So it's not even possible. Ralph Dahrendorf talked about what? Degeneration of labor, degeneration of capital, and institutionalization of conflict. Now come to the next question. So Max Weber, in his study of Protestant ethic and spirit of capitalism, used which of the following method or methods? Ideal type, comparative method, Wastian, both 1 and 2. Yes, he used ideal type. He made an ideal type of Protestant ethic and another spirit of capitalism, and figure out there is uncanny similarity between Protestant ethic and the capitalism, right? So he used ideal type. He also used comparative method. Wastian he did not use in this case of Protestant ethic on spirit of capitalism. Rather, Wastian is a method through which he can, or what Max Weber said, that a researcher can interpret the social action. Understand? So now come to the next question. Who observed that caste is being replaced by, caste old is being replaced by caste new? It is the concept of none other than, let's see option, Andre Bethel, M.N. Srinivas, Y. Singh, Dipankar Gupta. It is the concept of Andre Bethel. Andre Bethel said that caste old is being replaced by caste new in India. How? Earlier what Brahmins were doing? They were doing, say, they were working as a priest. Now they are working as a priest as well as they are taking intellectual jobs. For example, professors, doctors, engineers. Earlier Kshatriya were militaristic in India. Now they are taking occupation of, say, police or military. What about Vaisyas? He said that earlier they were indulging in trade and commerce. Now Vaisyas are industrialists. Sudras, earlier they were menial work. Now they are taking third or fourth grade employment, say in the railway and various other, like they will work as a peon, they will work as a sweeper, cleaner, or municipality, they will work in a municipality. So caste old is being replaced by caste new according to whom? Andre Bethel. Now come to next question. Individual interaction is the core of microsociology. Who are the main architect of microsociology? Durkheim and Weber? No, Durkheim was essentially macrosociologist, positivist and functionalist. Marx, no, he never said about micros. Indeed, Marx never said anything about sociology. If you bring Marxist theory into sociology, essentially it is macro-sociological approach. Weber and Simmel, yes, Weber is essentially micro-sociologist. Why? Because his subject matter is social action. Very action-packed, huh? Weber and Parson. Parson is essentially not micro-sociologist, he is functionalist and he talked about system theory, so he is not micro-sociologist anyway. So correct answer is Max Weber and George Simmel. Weber talked about ideal type. George Simmel talked about which type? You can write down in the comments, please, and also like and subscribe my channel, recommend to your friends. Now coming to the last question of this video. Mortification of self is a concept popularized by Goffman in his study of, so Erving Goffman, what was his methodology or what was his perspective? His perspective was symbolic interactionism. So Goffman was symbolic interactionist. But yeah, when he talked about dramaturgy, it was not symbolic interactionism. What it was? Can you can tell me down in the comment. So concept. So mortification of self as a concept popularized by Goffman in his study of stigma, total institution. He talked about, for example, asylum, in which you get re-socialized in new setup. So you unlearn the way you were socialized and you become a totally new person. You might have observed a friend who joined Indian Army, and when you meet after 3-4 years, he's a very changed person, right? He will stand differently. His haircut is different. Understand? His behavior is different. He is trained very differently. So whether it is military, hospital, boarding schools, mental asylum, all these things are considered total institution where re-socialization happens, right? Dramaturgy is approach. Association, no. From whom association terminology is associated? Write down in the comment. So guys, I brought amazing objective question. I do believe that, and I worked very hard to curate each and every question. So please appreciate my hard work. Like, subscribe and comment about my channel. Thank you so much guys.